everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited about this video today because I've actually partnered up with Cricut and I have the Cricut Explore 3 and the Cricut EasyPress 2 to show you today, along with a few crafts, as I'm sure you can see, that I have been creating. So if you want to see a little bit more, then keep watching. So let's talk about the Cricut Explore 3. It is, on first impressions, a beautiful machine. I'm sure we can agree on that. I love this sky, like baby blue shade. It's gorgeous. And here you have an option to plug it in. Mine came with a UK plug socket and then an EU one as well, which is really handy, depending on where you are based. And this is the beauty in all its glory. So there's a little button here that you press and it will open itself up. And I don't know why, but every single time I use this, it never fails to impress me, that part, that you can see inside. It's really sleek, very simple to use. There are 4 buttons here on the other side where you have a power up button, a feed in button and feed out button. So when you're adding your vinyl into the machine, that's the button you press. You just edge it in between the 2 guides and the Cricut Explore 3 will just take it from you really gently. Then there's a play button, which you press when you're at the next step, ready for it to cut or do the design. And then there's also a pause button. It's really intuitive to use. Now this machine pairs really nicely with Cricut's app, which is called the Cricut Design Space app. It's completely free to download and it all syncs up. It's so easy to use. I cannot stress that enough. I've not had this very long and already I've made all sorts, and it's just a fantastic bit of equipment. It has a lovely section here where you can stash your tools if you'd like to. There's a range of different ones, including scissors and weeders and things like that, just to help you get the most out of your designs, and it just makes it so much easier to do. And then here at the front, you'll notice there's 2 little compartments where you can stash things in as well. I like to stash this little tool in here because it's a little bit wider, but this is great for smoothing down the vinyl and making sure there are no air bubbles, and it is just brilliant. I've had so much fun with this since I started using it, and I don't think that's the end by any means, because I have so many ideas of what I want to use and what I want to do. Now, these are some of the vinyls that you can get to use with it. I say some because there are so many different options and different materials depending on the kind of craft that you're wanting to do. So obviously we have the Smart Iron On. These are so easy to use. I have a blue, I've got it in black and white and various different colours. This shiny gold here is another one that's beautiful, really nice. And then you have some more exotic ones. This one here is actually holographic, which is so cool. And then this is a glittery one that I've used in one of my crafty projects that I'm sharing in this video. And then we've got another one here, which is a beautiful teal smart vinyl again. So there are so many different options, and it just allows you to get really creative. So you come up with the ideas, you can use some of the templates available for you already, or you can come up with your own designs in the app. And I guess what we should really do is start with one of the first crafts that I have in this video to show you. So without any further ado, let's get on to Cricut craft number 1. Okay, so first up I'm going to show you how to make a door sign. So I've already made my design on the Cricut Design Space app, and I will include like a screen grab of that now so you can see what it looks like. The Design Space app is completely free to download to your phone and your computer. I love using my computer for the more fiddly designs, you know, just so you can get in there and adjust everything a bit more easily. But you would be amazed at what you can create on your phone as well. I've also signed up to Cricut Access, which basically is almost like a stock library of loads of different designs. There's loads of different fonts, different images. There's so many different things to choose from, and all we're going to need is, obviously I have my sign here, and then we have some smart vinyl. This is the removable vinyl. You can also get permanent vinyl as well, but we're going to go for maybe black, or I do have a nice teal green that I could choose as well, so I might have a look at that in a second. And then we also need the transfer tape. So the transfer tape helps you basically take your design from the vinyl and on to your, say, your sign, your mug, your piece of paper, whatever you're using, and it just makes it a lot easier. Obviously I have the Cricut Explore 3 here in front of me, and I have all of my handy tools as well. These are fantastic. There are so many different tools that you can get to help your like creativity be a bit easier to do. And then I also have this little guillotine, and that helps you cut your vinyl easily, measure things out as well. So obviously the first thing you'll want to do is measure your intended space, try and work out how big you want your lettering to be, how much space you want it to take up, and then you can implement that into the Cricut Design Space app. It's really easy to do. Every time you move an image or some text or anything like that, it will start to tell you what size it's going to be, so you can just tweak it accordingly, and it's so easy to use. So I'm going to use my phone. I've got that here, and what we're going to do is click on the button at the bottom that says make it. So you click that button, and then because we're using the Cricut Smart Materials, we don't need a mat. And then it will show you the layout of how it all looks and whether it's going to fit and things like that, and then you press continue. So once you've done that, you will get your material options, and then it will ask you to load the tools and mat if you need one. So you have 2 clamps on the Cricut Explore 3, and we already have the blade, which is what we'll be using today, but you can also add pens and it will draw things and design things for you that way. So now that's all done, we can load our vinyl. I've decided to stay with black because the logo itself is black. So you have your vinyl here. I tend to cut this afterwards, so I get the exact amount I need and I'm not wasting anything. So you feed it in. I've just changed the handle for you so you can see. So now what we're going to do is press this play button here, and it's going to begin cutting. It's absolutely amazing to watch. It's so cool. As you can see as well, it's taking seconds. It's really not taking that long at all.
Like Lenny.
It is a Lenny.
Wow. It's gonna do.
It's gonna make a bedroom sign for your bedroom. It says Stanley on with a Lenny. And it's finished, so I can press OK on my phone, and now we're gonna unload. So now all I'm gonna do is cut it to the size that I need. And I'm also going to put some transfer tape because this just makes the whole process so much easier. This is brilliant. And now I'm just going to weed out all of these letters so we have the final shape that we need. And now, in this little hidden compartment here, we have this tool. This is fantastic at smoothing everything down, making sure it's all gripped to the transfer paper. And it just gets rid of any air bubbles, gets it nice and smooth and ready for transfer. Ready to pull that last bit off?
Yeah.
Should we pull it? Yay! What do you think? Do you like it? You know what it says?
Stanley.
Yeah! So, you know before when I mentioned that there were different types of materials that you can use, and I said that there were some iron-on ones. Well, I'm going to do another craft now, which is going to be a bit Christmassy. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can pull it off. And I'm going to use the Smart Iron-On vinyl. So this is heat transfer, and I have a lovely white one here, and then this is very jazzy. This is like a sparkly gold, and you can actually see a little version of it there. And what I have in mind is I was thinking maybe I could do some text in white and then some stars in gold. Do you think that would look really cute? That's what I'm thinking anyway. So I just have this cushion here. It's like a very, very pale kind of grey minky colour, so it's really neutral. I quite like neutral decor anyway, and I thought I'm gonna make myself a little Christmas cushion. It was only about, I want to say about £6 or so from Sainsbury's Home, so not expensive at all. And we're gonna see if we can jazz this up. So I found a design that I really liked before, and I put it in a template for me to fiddle around with. Now obviously I would like this to be white ideally, and you can edit on your phone, so you can edit like the line type, the colour, that kind of thing, just to get an idea of what it might look like. So this is it. And I think it's going to look really, really pretty, and hopefully should be one that's fairly simple to transfer. But while I'm on here, I also wanted to just show you how easy it is to find things like this. So there are different categories, different themes, things that are trending, occasions as well. So if we go into occasion, you can see like holidays, baby, pregnancy, achievements, things like that. But if you go into holidays, there are just loads and loads of different designs to choose from, and they're really fantastic, and it kind of saves you the time. Obviously designing something yourself is really fun, and I've done that a few times with different things that I've made, but if you want to do something quick and easy that has been done by a pro, then this is just brilliant. And this is obviously the Cricut design space like access, so you do pay per month for this, but I would say if you're an avid crafter anyway, like I love doing crafty stuff like this, I would say it's definitely worth the money. But obviously you can design things elsewhere and upload things from other places, but it is brilliant. And as you can see, all of these images are available to me. So maybe it's warm outside, obviously if you have Christmas in a different country where it's a little bit warmer, there's loads of different alternatives, and I just love it. I'm obsessed, absolutely obsessed. So I've shown you those, and now I'm gonna close that down. So I have my design. This is probably gonna be the biggest one that I've done so far. So what we're gonna do is we are going to press make it without matte, because we have the smart materials. So you'll know that the next step now is picking our materials. So the first one that we're going to use is the smart iron on, which is the white, because we're gonna do the main design in white, and then what we need to do is feed that through into the Cricut Explore 3. Okay, so now we've done all of our vinyl cutting with the Cricut Explore 3, I have a different machine to show you, which is going to help change this cushion cover into something a little bit more festive and a bit more jazzy. And this is the Cricut Easy Press 2. I've got it here to show you. It's not turned on at the moment, so it's not hot, but it comes like this. It has basically it's like a press, has a stand with which to use it on, so you can keep it like protected away from any surfaces, so that's where it lives when it's not in use. And then you can also get some accessories for it. I would really recommend the Cricut Easy Press like matte. This just means that when you're doing any pressing, you do it onto this, so it will protect your surfaces again, and it's nice and padded. Really self-explanatory on how to use that. And then you can also get, and I love this, a little carry case. So if you were ever to take it around with you, or you just wanted to keep everything together and protect it, then you have this. It has a zip compartment here, a magnetic closed shut slot at the back, which is where I've been keeping the mat. And then inside there is a whole section here where you can put your Easy Press 2, secure it with these Velcro straps, and then it's nice and safe, which I just think is fab. But let's do this. Let's see if my design is going to look good. I'm really excited about trying this, but also a little bit nervous as well. So as I mentioned before, this is my first time doing anything on fabric, and Cricut actually has a really good piece of software on their website where you can determine the temperature needed for the type of material that you're using in terms of your vinyl, and then also the type of material that you're pressing onto. So I've got a screen recording on screen now for you, but given all the details that I have, because this is polyester, I've got the smart vinyl for iron on, I know basically how I need to do this now. So I need to preheat my material for 5 seconds. It needs to be on 155 degrees centigrade, and I need to put it on the fabric for 30 seconds with very light pressure. So you're going to do it for 15 seconds afterwards on the other side, just to make sure it's properly adhered. And then when it's cold to touch, you can remove the liner, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it should all work. I'm quite nervous, so let's hope that this works. So the first thing that we want to do is turn this bad boy on. So I'm just going to press the on button here, and then there are different dials to let you turn the temperature up or down. There's also a timer, and when it's ready to use, the little Cricut symbol will go from red to green, so you know that you're good and you're ready to go. So my material is preheated, and now, oh, I'm so nervous. Now it is time to get our design on to our cushion cover, and I need to make sure that this feels nice and even. And we set it to 30 seconds, so let's go. As you can see here, it's counting down to 25 seconds, 22, 20. There we go. Let's see if this has worked, fingers crossed. Ah, look at it! Merry Christmas! I am so happy with this, can you tell? Because I'm buzzing. But now, obviously, we need to add our stars. Now, the stars are a different type of vinyl because they are glitter, so they're still a smart vinyl, but we need to make sure that we have the right settings. I'm gonna go back to the app and find out what I need to do. Okay, so that is the layout that I've gone for. So now it is time to press. Now we're on the second. Nearly done. Now we're doing the last one. And now it is the moment of truth. I'm gonna start with the ones that I did first. Right, I'm starting a cushion business. No, I'm joking. It does look really cute though. I'm really, really pleased with it, considering like it's my first time and I've never done this before. So it went from this to this. I don't know if you can see. I have to do some proper close-ups when it's back on the cushion, but I honestly think that looks really cute. What do you reckon? Can you believe I made that? I'm well happy. I just think that is so fun, and I think that in the future, you know, when you're decorating your kids' bedrooms and stuff and you can't find like the right pillow that goes with it, maybe they want a certain theme, like Stan's got a sloth bedroom, I could make him a sloth pillow with like his name on and personalise it, and I just think it's really, really good fun. So I am very happy with that, and when Christmas rolls around, I will very proudly display it on one of my sofas. Go me! So that is the end of this video. I hope you found it useful if you're crafty like I am. I've really, really enjoyed having the opportunity to test this out, and I think it's fantastic. Obviously, you've seen my pride and joy, this cushion by now, which I'm really, really chuffed with, and I think I'd like to create a few different things like this, especially in the run up to Christmas. I've been looking on the app and I've seen some designs from Zoe Deschanel. She's done some mug designs that I'd really like to try, and there's also a design for a Christmas jumper that I'd really like to try and see if I can make. So I'm gonna hunt down a plain like sweater type thing, and then buy a few more different Cricut Smart vinyls in the colours that I need, and I think I'm gonna give it a go, because how cool would that be to have like a bespoke Christmas jumper that's yours? I think that's really cool. And then there's like sloth crafts, there's kids crafts and all of that stuff, so I really need to have a proper look into it, but I'm already itching to do other stuff because it's just a bit of me. But I thought I would quickly show you other things that I've made. I've also made some tree decorations using these little bark chips, or wood chips rather. So I've got one that says Mark's name, Bill's name, my name, Stan's name, and Daisy's name, and you can really mix those up and do like snowflakes or a star. They've made really cool functional gift tags as well, I think. You pop them on a gift and then you can also write a note on the back that says the year and what Christmas it was. And then people can then go on to use them as like tree decorations in later years as like a memento. I thought that would be quite nice, and I have loads left, so I may well do that. And then obviously you might have spotted these little mini Halloween mugs for like tiny hot chocolates for the kids. I just thought that was really fun. I have a few mugs left, so I might do them some Christmas ones as well. But the choices, they're just endless, aren't they? I also want to try and do some decals for my windows for Halloween and Christmas. I think that would be really fun. I am just so excited, and I hope that you found this video useful. So if you've got any questions, leave them down below. But otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time.